All right, so I wanted to record a quick video to show you a bit about creative process. And this is through the lens of learning a song that I really enjoy, but it's very difficult. And it's probably going to take me a good many years to learn it. And as I was starting to piece it together, I actually felt like it was a good opportunity to break this down a little bit because I think that it kind of captures the essence of my creative process across the board, whether that's web design or development, graphic design, music, painting, really anything. There's kind of a couple different ways people can learn things and approach things. And my general sense is to get a good gesture, a sketch or the vibe of something down first. And I feel like that's the most important before I kind of get into the technical details of things. So I'm going to play the song. So this is Big Chief by Professor Longhair. I came to know this song through Dr. John, but it's just an absolutely bananas New Orleans kind of, jazz funk, amazing like energy, and it's really fast. And I've always wanted to learn it. I've always wanted to learn this style of piano. And so for whatever reason, I sat down and I was like, oh, you know what? I feel like listening to that and trying to noodle with it. So here's what it sounds like. So super fast. It's effectively a blues progression. But so this is, I think, the part that I'm interested in capturing because basically we have it's a blues progression, and I'm a bass player first and foremost, and so it's so like a lot of times whenever I'm learning anything or trying to figure something out, a lot of times what I try to do is just get the bass note down and that establish okay, what key am I in and whatever. But in other creative disciplines it's kind of like, okay, what's like the general material, or what's the overall sort of anchoring thing, what's like the base, right? And when that's, you're painting on a canvas, that's, what color are you kind of painting as the background, right? It's just it's kind of just getting that basic gist in there. And a lot of times I'll just kind of do root notes and then do 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 do, and then just kind of get that down. And then I think that this is, so I'll kind of do that. And so that bass line for me, at least, is I'm like, okay, yeah, I could handle that. But my right and left hand don't exactly work independent of one another. But the more interesting bit to this is the right hand. It's like the thing that's really well known. And this is the thing that I'm like, this is going to take me probably years to actually get this. But in this stage, I'm not really interested in getting it. That's going to come a lot later. And this is why I wanted to share this bit of the process, because I think that it's important to get the vibe, to get the spirit of something before you kind of try to master it technically. So here we go. So and I've played around with it a couple times, but it's like there's like all these like really cool. So that's like the kind of, so really hard. This is going to take me a long time to learn. But so I could at least just start like playing, right? I feel like I have like enough of just between, right? I could try to, I'll try to do the bass notes, or maybe I'll just try to do, I'll hold out the roots. Ha! But so you get the idea, because it's really about just like kind of getting the feel for it, because it's like, so yeah, I can't do the right and left hand together just yet, but uh, ah, uh, I'll have to listen to. Anyways, I'm sharing this just because like I think that it's like it's about getting the groove. It's about like, and it's less even about the groove, because obviously mechanically I'm not playing it, fully in any sense of the word. Like this isn't the right riff. It's like it's just the spirit of it, right? Right? Like if I were to play those notes, right? And for somebody who knew this song, they would go, "Oh, that sounds like Big Thief," right? And I think that that's like the spirit of the lesson here. My wife, her first job was drawing caricature artists at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia, and she talked about how a lot of times, or all the time, she was trained to basically draw the hair and like the shape of the face first, just because those were like the most identifiable objects. Whenever someone who's just passing by is observing a caricature being drawn of somebody else, are very interested in it, and it's like, can you capture the essence of somebody? And so that's kind of starting with like the basic shape of their head and their hair, are very like identifiable features. And so I think that that applies here and applies to my sort of general philosophy or approach to any sort of creative work, is the ability to get the vibe, get the sketch, get the gesture, get the basic gist of something, get the feel. Because that's the thing that's hard to fake. I think that like many people can learn this, a song like this in a very, technically proficient way. And sometimes I've seen plenty of music, especially, but also a lot of, other fields as well. Things are technically amazing, but they kind of lack that spirit, they lack that vibe. So that's, I think, the thing that I get really interested in whenever I'm trying to learn, like a, right? Just getting that spirit. And again, those are the wrong notes, doesn't matter. I'm just like trying to get like the feel, get the vibe, get that, and then I'll like try to play along with it and screw it up a whole bunch, and then it'll take a lot of time to kind of like evolve it. But I the very first thing that I want to do when I'm learning anything or creating anything is to really kind of get the vibe down. So hope that helps a little bit. Yeah, I just figured I'd capture it.